Hello students, in 13th video lecture of chapter 2nd, that is solution, you will be study towards abnormal colligative properties and some numerical problem based on it. Abnormal colligative properties means such colligative properties in which solute particles get dissociate or associate. Due to that, colligative property is found to be change, means that may increase or decrease from normal colligative property. The colligative properties of solutions depend on the number of solute particles present in the solution. Various relations derived for colligative properties hold good in dilute solution only when there is no change in molecular state of solute. In case the total number of particles of solute in changes in solution, the colligative properties shall also change accordingly. The number of particles in solution may change in two ways. First one, by dissociation. Dissociation means ionization. When the substance is an electrolyte, that is, the substance undergoes ionization, that is dissociation, and number of particles increase in solution. For example, sodium chloride work as electrolyte in its aqueous solution. So this get ionized into sodium cation and chloride anion. So before dissolution in water, sodium chloride present as one particle, but due to dissociation, it counted as two particles. One particle of sodium cation and one particle of chloride anion. The ions act as particles. The number of particles thus increases on ionization and the value of colligative property get increased accordingly. As colligative properties are inversely proportional to molar masses, therefore observed molecular mass of such substance will be less than their normal molecular masses. Dissociation or association generally takes place in a polar medium having high dielectric constant, for example, water. When sodium chloride is dissolved in water, it undergoes almost complete dissociation, that is ionization, to give sodium cation aqueous and chloride anion aqueous ions. Here ionization of sodium chloride is given. Sodium chloride get dissociated, that is ionized in water to give sodium cation aqueous and chloride ion anion aqueous, means aqueous sodium ion and aqueous chloride ion. Thus number of solute particles become double due to dissociation of sodium chloride. Hence the observed molecular mass from the experimentally measured colligative property is found to be almost half of its normal molecular mass. Second is by association. Due to association of solute particle in the solution, the colligative property get decreased. When the substance undergoes association, that is, two or more molecules of solute associate from a single giant particle, the number of particles decrease and consequently the value of colligative property decreases. As we know that colligative properties are inversely proportional to the molecular masses. Therefore, due to association, observed molecular masses become higher as compared to their normal value of molecular masses. Association generally takes place in a non-aqueous and non-polar medium. When acetic acid is dissolved in benzene, it undergoes dimerization. Means two molecules of ethanoic acid attach, that is joined with hydrogen bonding and counted as one molecule. So The process in which two molecules get associate is known as dimerization and show a molecular mass about 120. The normal molecular mass of ethanoic acid, that is acetic acid, is 60. And we know that colligative property inversely proportional to the molar mass. So here molar mass get approximately get double. Therefore, colligative property get decrease. Here the association of ethanoic acid given CH3COH, that is ethanoic acid, when come in contact with benzene, it get dimerized, that is associate, and form the dimer. This is the dimer of ethanoic acid, that is acetic acid. Similarly, benzoic acid also undergoes association to form a dimer when dissolved in benzene. Benzoic acid in this solution shows abnormally a double molecular mass. Here in this equation, dimerization of benzoic acid given. Formula benzoic acid is C6H5COH. When come in contact with benzene, it get associate to form dimer. Here it should be noted that the both ethanoic acid and benzoic acid are associated with the help of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. When the molecular mass of a substance determined by studying colligative properties comes out to be different from their normal values, the substance is said to show abnormal molecular masses, that is abnormal molar mass. Next point is Van 't Hoff factor. To overcome abnormality in the colligative property, one new term is given, that is known as Van 't Hoff factor. Van 't Hoff factor. In the year 1886, Van 't Hoff introduced a factor I called Van 't Hoff factor to consider abnormal behavior of solute due to association or dissociation. Therefore, normal value of colligative property is directly proportional to number of particles of solute taken. Abnormal value of colligative property is directly proportional to number of particles of solute after ionization or association. Therefore, the ratio abnormal or observed colligative property upon normal colligative property may have a value higher either more than 1 or less than 1. The ratio is termed Van 't Hoff factor, which is represented by I is equal to observed osmotic pressure upon normal osmotic pressure. Again, I is equal to observed change in pressure upon normal change in pressure, that is equal to, also I is equal to change in observed change in boiling point, means elevation in boiling point, upon normal elevation in boiling point, that is equal to observed depression in freezing point upon normal depression in freezing point. Since colligative properties are inversely proportional to molecular masses, the Van 't Hoff factor may also be defined as Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to normal molecular mass upon observed molecular mass. Number of particles present in the solution. I is equal to normal molecular mass upon observed molecular mass. Number of particles present in solution. Or we may write I, Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to I is equal to number of particles present in solution after dissociation or association upon number of particles present in solution before dissociation or association. Therefore, we may write Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to number of particles present in solution after dissociation or association upon number of particles present in solution before dissociation or association. Quantity half factor I modifies the equations for colligative properties which are given as elevation boiling point delta TB is equal to IKB into M. Here I is quantity half factor, KB molar elevation constant in boiling point, M is molality of the solution. Similarly, osmotic pressure pi is equal to ICST. Here I is quantity half factor, C is concentration of solution in term of mole per liter, S is the constant. At the place of S, we may also write gas constant R. When I is equal to 1, which indicate there is a normal state of solute, that is there is no association or dissociation of solute in the solution. If I is greater than 1, which indicate there is dissociation of solute in the solution. If I is less than 1, which indicate association of solute in the solution. Next point is calculation of degree of dissociation using quantity half factor. Let a molecule A be N-1 which ionize to give N ions. Here number of ions is small n. So AB N-1 get dissociate to give A cation N-1 plus N-1b anion. Let degree of dissociation of electrolyte is alpha. Alpha fraction of molecule undergoing dissociation. Alpha is equal to fraction of molecule undergoing dissociation, which is equal to percentage dissociation upon 100. So here before equilibrium means when time t is equal to 0, at that time concentration of AB N-1 is C. Meanwhile, the cation and anion have their concentration 0 mole per liter. But at equilibrium, cation becomes C alpha, anion become N-1 C alpha. So reactant, that is AB N-1, concentration becomes C minus C alpha. So total number of particles are C plus N-1 C alpha. In this way, quantity half factor, that is I, is equal to number of particles present after dissociation upon number of particles present before dissociation. Or we may write I is equal to C plus N-1 C alpha upon C, which is equal to 1 plus N-1 alpha. Therefore, degree of dissociation alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon N minus 1. As we know that I is equal to I, that is quantity half factor, is equal to normal molecular mass upon observed molecular mass, which is equal to M normal upon M observed. Substituting the values of I in equation, first we get alpha is equal to normal molar mass minus observed molar mass upon observed molar mass into N minus 1. So here M normal is greater than M observed, means normal molar mass is greater than observed molar mass. Second, next point is calculation of degree of association using quantity half factor. So here suppose n molecules of solute get associate to form one GN, means bulk, that is large molecule, and alpha is degree of association. Therefore, degree of association alpha is equal to fraction of molecules undergoing association, which is equal to percentage association upon 100. Let Na molecules of solute get associated to form An molecule. Before equilibrium means when time is equal to 0, at that time concentration of Na molecules of solute is C, and An, that is the associated molecule, is equal to 0. At equilibrium means when T time is at equilibrium, means when the equilibrium condition of the association get achieved. At that time number of moles of reactant, that is Na, becomes C minus C alpha, and concentration of An becomes C alpha upon N. So total number of particles C minus C alpha 1 minus 1 upon N. Therefore I, that is 1/2 factor I, is equal to number of particles present after association upon number of particles present before association, which is equal to C minus C alpha 1 minus 1 upon N upon C, which is equal to 1 minus alpha in bracket 1 minus 1 upon N. So finally degree of dissociation alpha is equal to 1 minus I upon 1 minus 1 upon N. So if the association of solute particle take place in the solution, at that time degree of dissociation alpha is equal to 1 minus I upon 1 minus 1 upon N. But if dissociation of solute take place in the solution, at that time degree of dissociation alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon N minus 1. So remember 2 point. So finally we may say during calculation of colligative property, if dissociation take place, at that time degree of dissociation is equal to I minus 1 upon N minus 1. But if association of solute particle take place, at that time degree of association means during association of solute particle in the solution, degree of association alpha is equal to 1 minus I upon 1 minus 1 upon N. So remember these 2 points. These points are most important. Now solve some numerical problem based on narrow molar mass, that is based on 1/2 factor. First question is, what mass of sodium chloride, molar mass of sodium chloride 58.5 gram per mole, must be dissolved in 65 gram of water to lower the freezing point by 7.5 degrees Celsius. The freezing point depression constant, that is Kf, for water is 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole. Assumed 1/2 factor for sodium chloride is 1.87. As we know that depression in freezing point Tf, delta Tf or delta T, is equal to I Kf into m, that is the molality. At the place of molality we may write Wb into 1000 upon mb into Wa. Remember, if the mass of solvent taken in gram, then we take 1000 in the denominator. So in the question the points are given: molar mass 58.5, mass of solvent 65 gram, I also given 1.87, depression constant, molar depression constant Kf also given 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole, and temperature delta T is 7.5 degrees Celsius. So if we put this value, then we get 7.5 is equal to 1.87 into 1.86, here 1.86 is the value of diffraction constant. 1.87 is the value of one-half factor. WB we have to calculate, means mass of solute we have to calculate, into 1000 upon 58.6, that is the molar mass of sodium chloride, into 65, that is the mass of solvent. So on solving, mass of solute, that is sodium chloride, is equal to 8.213 gram, which is taken as 8.2 gram. Therefore, mass of sodium chloride to be dissolved in 8.2 gram. Next question. Calculate the amount of potassium chloride which must be added to 1 kilogram water so that freezing point is depressed by 3 Kelvin. So from the question, it is clear that depression in freezing point, that is delta TF, is 3 Kelvin. Mass of solvent, that is water, is 1 kilogram. And amount of solitary potassium chloride, WB, we have to calculate. As we know that observed depression in freezing point, that is delta TF, is equal to IKF into M. M is the molality. At the place of molality, we may write WB into 1000 upon MB into WA. Here I is one-half factor. For potassium chloride, I value will be 2, because when potassium chloride get ionized, it give 1 ion of potassium and 1 ion of chlorine. So potassium cation 1 ion, and next ion is chloride anion. So one-half factor I value will be equal to 2 for potassium chloride. Kf 1.86 Kelvin per mole for water, as we know this point. WB we have to calculate, means mass of potassium chloride we have to calculate. So substituting the values, delta T, that is depression in freezing point, is 3, which is equal to I, that is 2, into Kf 1.86, into WB we have to calculate into 1000 upon MB. Molar mass of potassium chloride will be 74.5 into WA, mass of solvent given 1 kilogram, so it will be 1000 gram. So on solving, mass of solute, that is mass of potassium chloride, will be equal to 60.08 gram. Now next question. The freezing point of a solution containing 0.3 gram ethanoic acid in 30 gram of benzene is depressed by 0.45 Kelvin. Calculate the one-half factor of ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid means acetic acid. What can you say about the nature of ethanoic acid in benzene? Kf for benzene is equal to 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole. Molar mass of ethanoic acid is given, that is 60 gram per mole. So in this question, we have to find out one-half factor, that is I. In this question, the values are given. Delta T is given 0.45 Kelvin. I we have to calculate. Kf is given 5.12. Mass of solute is given 0.3 gram. Molar mass, as we already know, mass of solvent is also given 30 gram. So if we put the value, then delta T, that is 0.45 Kelvin, I we have to calculate, into Kf 5.12, WB mass of solute 0.3 into 1000 upon molar mass absolute, that is 60, and ethanoic that and Wa, that is mass of solvent, 30. So here on solving, I value is equal to 0.51527. Since the value of 1/2 factor I is less than 1, which indicate ethanoic acid should be associated in benzene. Now there are some problem for practice. You will be try to solve these questions. If you will have any problem, you may ask. First question: phenol associate in benzene to a certain extent to form a dimer. A solution containing 2.2 into 10 power 2 10 power minus 2 kilogram of phenol in 1 kilogram of benzene has its freezing point decreased by 0.69 Kelvin. Calculate the degree of association of phenol. That is alpha. You have to calculate. Kf for benzene is given 5.12. Next question: calculate the amount of sodium chloride which must be added to 100 gram of water so that freezing point of water depressed by 2 Kelvin. Kf value given 1.86 Kelvin per mole. Assume complete dissociation of sodium chloride take place. Next question: 2 gram of benzoic acid dissolved in 25 gram of benzene shows a depression in freezing point equal to 1.62 Kelvin. Molar depression constant for benzene 4.9 Kelvin kg per mole. What is the percentage association? What is percentage association of the acid if it form a dimer in solution? So here you have to find percentage association. Next question is: the osmotic pressure of 0.0103 molar solution of an electrolyte is found to be 0.70 atm at 27 degrees Celsius. Calculate 1/2 factor. R value is also given. So here you have to find out in this question 1/2 factor I. Next question is: an aqueous solution containing 1.248 gram of barium chloride, molar mass 208.34 gram per mole, in 100 gram of water boils at 100.0832 degrees Celsius. Calculate the degree of dissociation of barium chloride. So in this question you have to find degree of dissociation alpha. Next question: arrange the following solution in the increasing order of their osmotic pressure. 4 points are given. You have to take the decision towards the osmotic pressure of each, and then you have to arrange them in the increasing order. You have to also give the reason to the support of your answer. So try to solve this question, and if you have any problem, you are free to ask. Thank you to all.